What's up, my boiii?
From that city with Drewps, ain't no pity or truces. When we dip and gun smoke's conclusive. Don't act clueless, hella foolish in the 90s. And GP shotgun when we ride. Solid on the yard, name hard on these streets. Did my crimes, gangster rhymes on dope beats. Still fuck laws, ain't no pause in our demeanor. Rest in peace, Muggsy and my road dog creeper. Ways to put it down, no fear of new cases. Years ago, though, it was guns and chases. 714 on my shoulders, kept it active. Roll like soldiers, G-code ain't passive. Still macking racks, still packed at the waist. Still stacking racks, still flash when they hate. Now it's podcasts and videos with pretty hoes. Me and George banging orange till the city's known, really though.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So they gon' know how we do it on these streets for sure. Streets for sure. We make that green, don't you know, loco? We making moves all day, all day, all day, all day.
Grew up in the streets of the LB. We don't love these hoes, is what they tell me. Packed up and moved to the OC. Me and George ballin' like Shaq and Kobe. Fuck bitches, get money, living wealthy. Bad bitches screaming, let me get a selfie. Big stop, sheep, some real G's. Side dick is the general of an army. XG podcasting in the morning. Don't say F-A, here's your warning. That other bullshit be boring. With some goofy ass question that's corny. Tommy, let me finish my story. Shooting shots, game 6, rubber orange. Smoking blunts in the bus while I'm touring. Now welcome to George Perez Stories.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So they gon' know how we do it on these streets for sure. Streets for sure. We make that green, don't you know, loco? We making moves all day, all day, all day, all day.
Welcome to the George Perez story.
What's up, my boy? George Perez right here of George Perez Stories, episode 343. George Perez Stories is brought to you by JB & Sons Tree Service Landscape and Installation. Look, everybody, if your lawn looks like Smokey's lawn on Friday, you got Samoan squirrels out there that are ripping up the house, butterflies with tattoos that are tearing up the plants. Your grass looks like an audition for Jurassic Park. Hit up the homeboys at JB & Sons Tree Service Landscape and Installation. They specialize in tree removal, stump removal, irrigation, sprinkler system, tree trimming, anything. Hit them up. If you don't have a phone and you only have an Instagram, it's JMBARRIOS12 on Instagram. X to the G, would it be?
What's up, dog? Packed house. I'm ready. I'm ready for something other than Tommy.
Right?
Even though they love Tommy, they don't understand. Look at him.
Dog.
What's up? 3 plates in the building. What up, dog?
In the motherfucking house. Right here, another day with motherfucking George and XG talking shit. XG always hating.
Yeah. Hey, I could tell you've been working full because your mustache and your beard are like...
Oh, yeah. I haven't had time to get a haircut. I'm all, hey, give me my hat.
That's what's up.
Well, other than that,
¿Está suavecito?
yeah, all day.
That's
But
what's
right
up.
now, no, because like my shit's going out. I've been at motherfucking work. It got me working.
That's what's
Now
up.
we're doing the Golden Globes.
Okay.
Yeah, fool, the Golden Globes are all sick.
All right. Well,
I
we'll
have
talk about
a
it in
paper
little
with all the
bit.
nominees on it.
That's what's up.
And the next nominee.
He said, I'm lined up, bro.
Right.
Got him. We can put that motherfucker
Yo, guys,
on eBay.
our special guest in the building tonight. You know, I'm the kind of guy, like, when I do a podcast, I don't have somebody on because they have a big following or it's a recommendation. It's when I go and I feel and I see shit. And I just did Hoodstock's podcast. And I met the next fool, and it was feed me. You know, it was kind of like fucking like being in Hollywood so much. It's hard to see a real OG, like a straight solid line homie right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's my age, but he looks 23, so you know he's been locked up a lot.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen from Hoodstocks, give it up for my homeboy Drewps in the building. What's up, my boy?
What's good? What's good, my boy? Right here chilling, man. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming on,
you.
dog.
Yeah, you already know.
It was
nothing but love, bro.
Straight up,
Real
dog.
talk.
We kicked it off good, and it was cool because you were funny right there, and like when it was you and Casey, it was your turn to be on. It was cool, eh?
We did our thing, huh?
Yeah.
We used to. Me and Casey, we got that little cool little vibe, man. Casey's the homie.
Yeah, Casey's the
shit.
homie, dog. Do you think Casey could make it on a 4-yard?
Damn.
Casey might gotta stick to level 2, bro.
Yeah.
Level 2, bro. Like, I mean, he's the homie. Like, don't get it fucked up.
No, hell yeah, but
Yeah, like I don't even want to see Casey in jail, dog. We
Right.
just leave it at that, dog.
he'd be
Casey-
like that. Hey, you remember the movie Bad Boys?
Yeah,
The
I do.
original one?
Yeah, yeah.
With Esai Morales?
Oh yeah, where that fool he gets stabbed up by Champagne.
By Sean Penn? Yeah. There's a little Jew in there.
Yeah.
And he's all smart with electronics.
That's Casey.
Yeah.
He said we got him.
Yeah, like he'll make something. Nah, you know who Casey looks like? He looks like Crucito and blood in and blood out if his back never got fucked up.
Casey's a good dude, though, bro.
Hell
Real talk.
yeah.
Casey's a good dude.
Hey, I always got to roast him, dog, because we did a roast. But yeah, anyways, doggy
Wait
dog.
up, I gotta ask you, what level was Tommy on?
Oh,
If Tommy had to be on a level. What time?
I'm
was
about
that?
I get
SNY,
special pass,
dog.
because I'll be drawing. I'll be singing for the fucking food to the lady on fucking
Hey,
Valentine's Day.
Hey, dog, this guy
They're
right
like,
here.
hey, bring him up here with us, eh?
Hey, this fool thinks like he thinks prison's like the Italian mafia. Like he thinks when he shows up to prison, all the mafia is gonna be like, "Hey, 3 plates is here."
We got him. He's here.
So
Show him love.
Cutting jalapenos with a razor.
he's like, "Hey, we're gonna have a big dinner. Have 3 plates. Come sing for us."
Time for the raviolis.
Right there.
So you've been locked up a large part of your life, childhood too, right?
Childhood too, bro. I've been to juvenile hall like 19 times. Yeah, yeah. I've been.
Did they just give you like a parking pass?
It felt like it. It felt like it. But you know, honestly, like the longest I ever was in the halls for was 4 months. So like I got to go to all the juvenile halls. You know, Central.
Did you
LP.
see a lot of reoccurring faces? Like
Yeah, we were all the same dudes in there all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like once you're running around in that little atmosphere, like you start seeing the same people all the time. So yeah, I was chilling. Like I mean, for me, I never, like I said, my longest at the time in juvenile hall was 4 months. So it never really felt like nothing mean. Like my mom was always able to come get me out.
Yeah.
But I was
You had
always
support.
there. Yeah, I was. Well, yeah. Mom's always show love, but
Hey, that's real though, dog.
Yeah,
it's
for
real.
real.
Like if she wasn't there, you probably would have became a killer of a killer because the love, the cariño, you know.
mom's looking out, huh?
Did your mom ever try to clown? Like,
Nah, my mom's from a gang too, dog.
oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah,
So she was like, "I'm so proud of your baptismo."
Nah, but I mean, you know, like my mom's is from a hood, my dad's from a hood, you know.
Okay.
And you know, my stepdad was from a hood, so like,
Damn.
I was always raised around that like gang life, so like I was used to it. So it wasn't like I didn't want to go to jail for sure, but you know, people get used to like
The cycle
hearing,
of what's going
yeah,
on.
we
It's
get-
cool. Hey, I'm gonna go get a fucking G ride, homie. I'll get busted. Fuck it.
But it wasn't even like we weren't tripping like that. It was just part of the deal. Like my growing up, like my house was a spot. Like, you know, like all the homies live with me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, moms was cool with everybody. Like, you know,
Okay.
so it was actually cool.
It was active.
It was active for sure. Everybody, you know, in my area, everybody knows me, you know. So they knew my pad was active. Like, you know, at the time, like no matter what we were doing, you know, we started out tagging, you know, and then from that got into hoods and shit. So,
Did you get locked up for graffiti first, or was it for banging?
nah, for graffiti first.
That's like the intro, huh?
That was really the intro. Like I was always like I got styles with my writing and stuff like that. So
He was
yeah,
mobbing.
yeah, for sure. I love to write on the walls. I mean, there's people that see me now and they're like, "Hey, I seen you up in the restroom." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
Wasn't me, dog. I don't know what you mean."
Hey, homie, I was a tagger when I was young too,
Yeah.
and like fucking, I was good on the street, but I'm scared of heights, fool. So when fools like try to like battle you on the freeway, I was like, "Fool, I ain't gonna get up there."
I'm scared of heights too, dog. No
Like-
bullshit. Like I'll be thinking about that. Like even in my job, like I work in the freeways and going up.
shit.
Like yeah, for real. Like I'm but
So like on ramps, he told dog.
all that shit. But I've done it. So it's just like even looking at your board, I got some stickers in the car. I was like, damn, I need to put a sticker right here.
Hell
I was
yeah,
trying to live
homie.
from my spot, dog.
Anything that's like faded and gone.
I seen it.
That's a
I
nice
was
little
already
spot
there.
right
I
there,
got one.
dog.
I'm telling you, got the little. Yeah, I was looking. I was gonna be like, hey, let me go outside real quick. Yeah, for sure.
So that's what's up, doggy dog.
You used to always do like hand styles. That was
Everything. I keep like markers in my pocket, like all that. Like I like that shit. Like, but even in jail, like when I'm busted, like I do everybody's handwriting, letters. Like most of my
that
homies
was your
have.
hustle, right?
It wasn't really a hustle. It was something that I do, but
Right.
like I know how to tattoo. I know how to do
okay.
like lettering and all that stuff. But it's always just been something that I came easy to me because I grew up like I said with the tagging background, you know.
Yeah.
So
shit.
yeah, like I got good handwriting. I got good lettering, all that shit.
I don't
Yeah.
got nothing like that good, dog.
Oh, I'm a beast.
I would pay homies like you to do it for me. Come on,
For
dog.
real, like every yard I've been to, like most of the spots I've been.
This
like,
guy right here too says he could do the same thing.
Nah,
No, I always done writing and
for real.
He was an
like
apprentice,
Some
dog.
shit that I like doing is just like hand styles and like perfecting my hand styles and like calligraphy and shit
I
like
got
that.
all them styles, bro.
Yeah.
Like
That's,
I'd like to see your writing for
the
real.
pastime.
Yeah,
Show
because
me.
I'm.
Hey,
This is
dog.
a little bit of it, but mostly it's just.
So you tag?
yeah.
You're a tagger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
You tag?
That was my since.
Hey, fool, you,
Since when I was-
you lived in the desert.
No, I know. Well, that's why. When
You ain't
there
no
was
walls,
nothing else. There was nothing to do out there. All we did was just fucking draw and then go
On
to the
what?
trains and paint the trains
in
and shit.
Tommy's defense, he used to do trains. He has videos of
There
doing
is no
like
trains.
yeah, in
in
Ridgecrest.
No, yeah,
Detroit,
yeah, yeah.
He did a toy. Hey, dog, I went to his pad, and this fool had, the toy trains.
Oh,
you get.
You hit him up?
He hit him up. He goes, yeah, this is a replica of when I was in Brooklyn.
This is what I used to do. Beat Street.
With the little food drawn right there.
Damn. Hey, but what a
No,
trip.
but yeah, that was my shit. The whole fucking is that.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I do, dog. I like writing. Like people that know me, they know I catch spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For
Don't
sure.
get caught for that shit no more, dog. You got a good voice. We're hearing you out on hood stocks. And
Yeah, for sure.
So you and Lucky are from the same neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Me and Lux are from the same hood. We're
And-
from different cliques, but
Okay.
we're from the same hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, did you hear about him when you were busted? Yo, Lux is doing
No,
some
that was
big
my
ass-
boy. That was my
Oh,
boy before I
fuck
got
yeah.
busted. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to fuck with Lucky way back. Like,
Oh, shit.
So like, the first time I went to jail, like I already knew him before then, and got out. Like we chilled and fucking with him even then. And before I caught, like when I caught my juvenile hall case and did the 5. Like that was my boy, like for real, that was my boy. He knows. And then now with the Fed case, like he probably could have been involved in that shit, like real talk. But like he went to jail before us, like he got caught up on some shit. But like I've been knowing Lux since like young kids.
Damn.
Like he knows, we know.
Yeah, he's cool, man. When I
Yeah.
met him, it was all feed me and all that.
Yeah, that's a homie, real talk.
You have any homies like that, Tommy? That like you guys, because he told me he got locked up at a Dodger game.
I was in a fucking Dodger jail. Hey, they have a jail right there.
They got the Dodger
Hey,
jail?
this fool
fucking
goes,
Dodgers.
I did 2 innings, though.
And the two
Let me out in the
homies.
ninth inning game. I said
two
in and out. Slow, quick in and out real quick.
He was like,
Hook
the
the homies
7th
up.
was a stretch.
But hey, what do you mean? Like my homies that fucking
Yeah, there's no gang where you live, huh?
in Ridgecrest? No, they're trying to be like little fucking gangs, but it's in a little desert for in the middle of like when you're on your way to like I would say Mammoth or whatever, but it's right there by Mojave. It's a little ass town called Ridgecrest. It's a little speck of a town. And you can't have a gang.
What's
right
the
there, you know?
biggest?
But right
city
now,
by
a lot
you?
of fools from like LA and different spots move there because they're like, hey, it's real calm over here and chill. So
It's only
a group of
$80
fools
a month.
are moving over there. A group of fools are moving in there, and then they're seeing it. They're like, oh, you could do some shit right here. So now it's getting all crazy.
Oh, they're
You're like,
trying to take over.
yeah. So it's like it's
what it
the
is.
beginning of that shit. It's a little ass town though.
But hey, fuck it.
But no
That's what it
gangs.
is.
No games, but
So
fools
nobody's
get busted over there for
controlling
like
the
if fools get busted, it's like drug related shit. Always.
Yeah. Tweaking or
Tweaking, fucking murk some fool because they were all tweaked out or some shit like that.
okay.
It's nothing.
All right,
like,
Tommy, stop trying to get your community validated right now and shit. He's like, hey, is it okay with you?
Hey, dog, you're in.
Yeah.
You're part of the onda.
Don't worry, eh? You already got the vote. Dale.
So you're in juvenile hall, and you're telling me you did, what, 16 this last time?
Yeah, I did 16 in the feds, and the last one, like,
Fuck.
yeah.
And in the feds, it's different. Like you said, like they got so what? You were in Alabama. Where were you at?
Nah, the feds is different. Like let's say when you go to the state, like they keep you in California. You know, for the most part, I know now. Like since I haven't been in the state in a minute. My last time in the state was in 2003. I was in Calipatria, but before that, I did 5 years in the state. So at the time that I was in the state, like they didn't outsource, like since I've been here, and like my homie's been in like Mississippi.
Yeah,
and
they
different
fly you
states
out
now.
there now.
Yeah, well, that's what they do mandatory in the feds.
Oh,
like
shit.
I went to the feds. They gave me they indicted my hood like back in 2006.
Oh, okay.
So they indicted us, and
What does that mean exactly?
It's
like
federal
yeah.
crimes. So
They're coming, and the feds are
Yeah,
watching.
the
Now. It ain't
feds-
the gang unit no more.
yeah, like it's all bad. Like you know, they got task force, they got the DEA.
They put the gang injunction
the
on you, so
FBI.
right if you hang
Yeah.
out.
Is that like the shit when you're watching a Gangland and like they come in hot?
No,
That's the feds or what is that? I don't know.
Well,
That's a
it was
show.
some of that shit is like that, like no bullshit. Like I mean, he kind of got like some of it, like on the Gangland, they show like when they go and they hit different hoods and stuff like that. But for the most part, like it was new to us. Like we weren't ready for that shit. Like to be honest with you, you know.
who is?
Well, I
First
mean,
time?
now more people are aware. Like
Yeah.
I mean, ready for it as in aware. Like
So the technology's better también.
well, we have more knowledge of it. Like at the time, it was new to like the homies in the hood. Like the first like big hood, like just on some gang shit to get indicted was like the Violent Boys, right? So we came right behind them. So like my homies were getting like crossed up like by the marshals, by the DEA, the ATF, and at the time we really didn't know what it was. Like so people were telling me, "Hey, I got pulled over by the marshals," and I'm like, "Marshals? What the?" Like Walker, Texas Ranger, like what the fuck? like on
just
no
for
bullshit.
being from there, they see you, they'll
Yeah.
pull them over.
Well, they were already focused on us because I guess the feds were already DEA and like they were already focused on us, but at the time we didn't know what the fuck it was. So it was kind of different and it was new to us. Like nowadays, like every hood almost has got indicted at least once. You know, at the time, we were like the second hood. It was us and all the homies from the harbor area got indicted together. So And we had like a little bit of everybody got indicted. Like we had Asians with us, we had blacks, we had whites, we had like homies, you know. So, you know, we had a little bit of everybody that actually come to jail with us. But like I can honestly say, like we weren't ready for it. Like nowadays, people tell you like, oh, like watch what you say on the phone. Like don't this.
Oh yeah.
Like we didn't know that shit. Like we're saying everything.
You're like,
on
hey,
the phone.
tengo 10 libras, güey.
Everything.
Vente.
For real. And we would think just because
No,
no
but it's
lie.
true, dog.
We would think just
You were
'cause-
like, fool, they're not listening.
yeah, no, we would change the numbers. So like back then I had they were following me for 9 months. And in them 9 months I had 26 different phones.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking as long as I got a new phone, like
Well,
I'm
you've
gonna be
always
good.
had a nice car, huh?
I always had decent cars. Like back in the days I was doing really good. Like right now, like, you know, I'm just trying to do it.
Living, homie. Living,
Yeah,
dog. You
yeah.
are doing it.
No,
Living.
I'm doing it. I mean, I got a good job, and that's what actually helps. Like right
But
now, I'm in the
my bad. I
union.
didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's
Go
all
ahead.
good.
Talking about you had the 28 cell phones.
But that's what it was. Like we thought, just as long as you like change your number, like they wouldn't be able to connect it to you. You know?
Yeah.
So I used to give everybody cell phones and be like, "Hey, don't call nobody. Don't tell nobody. This is me. Like here's a phone just for me and you." And I'm thinking, as long as you don't give the number, I don't get the number, we're good. But the feds were on some other shit. Like, if you watch any of the movies, like the mobsters, like, you know, John Gotti, all
Like
that
The Sopranos.
shit. All that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you... Like, at the time, they had, like, The Wire. They had The Sopranos. So, like, we were barely thinking, like, oh, this movie shit. Like, this ain't how they do us. And then I'm thinking...
And it was
Yeah. No bullshit. But I'm thinking...
Hey, give me your... Don't tell them.
Right?
and it was plain.
No,
don't say
lie.
nothing.
But
Chata! What did he say? Smokey, don't tell them nothing. They don't know nada.
hey, but no lie, like we thought it was like
How much was that costing you? Like 28 phones back
it
in
was
the night?
nothing. But I mean, if you're making 10, 20, 30,000 a day to spend 200, 300, 500 on a
He should
phone.
have spent way more on fucking...
But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't something that you felt, you know, like it just wasn't thought of. Like nowadays, people think about it. It's something like they'll tell you they got different apps now. That
Hell yeah.
Hey, you got these apps, this app.
And
like
plus,
you can
they don't
talk.
care no more like they care about drogas now, dog.
But you know, I mean, who knows? You
Yeah,
know,
there's still motherfuckers getting
yeah, they got what they care about. You
Now,
know,
I've been pulled over with coke, and the cop's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Look, I'm not a seller, homie. I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna drink a lot, and
Yeah.
I need my dick to get
I'm gonna have
hard
a good
again.
time.
I'm 46, player. I'm gonna get a hotel where I go. I'm gonna bug the security guard, not the people. you
Yeah.
know?
And they'll let
Yeah.
you go squish it on the floor or some shit. But
So damn, dog.
we
This
just
is
weren't
like
ready,
what,
dog.
95, 94, 90?
no, 95 is when I caught my first 5 years. I caught it as a juvenile. I went to the state. But this is back in 2006 with as far as like the federal stuff. Like, yeah, they got us slipping, dog. Like, I can honestly say, like, they caught us slipping. Like, you know, because we were just out there, honestly, gang banging and selling drugs. And it didn't feel like in my whole time on our whole case, they probably caught like 5 people out of 100 motherfuckers they got, you know, like with actual drugs. You know, they
Yeah.
have shit called conspiracy, which is they just come and say like, hey, if I call you and I'll be like, hey, dog, I'm going to pull up right now. I need to buy, I need 3 of those shirts. I'm like, oh, shirts means tons. And
Yeah.
that's it. They just make it
Yeah.
like the biggest it's going to be, and that's it. You're
Damn.
fucked.
You're like,
So-
no, he was really gonna get shirts.
Yeah,
For
hey,
real.
you gotta take a Polaroid with those
He's like,
shirts.
Hey, you think I'm lying though? Like on some real shit. Like at the time, I had got a pad in Covina, and I was getting like roses put out in front, and it was the gardener. He was coming to put roses, and he called me. He's like, "Hey, I'm at Home Depot right now. Is it cool? It's by your pad. Can I just drop it off right there?" And I'm going to get started in the morning. I'm like, yeah, cool. So I tell my baby's mom, like, hey, like, clear a little spot so this dude can drop the roses off. The feds said, oh, he had so much drugs coming in, he had to move whole fucking
The warehouse and move
for
different
real.
trailers.
And it was the same like gardener that worked on the whole block. The gardener didn't come in with us, but when they went to the judge and said, hey, we need this phone tap, they said, look, this guy's bringing in so much drugs that he has to clear out a whole fucking room for this shit. Damn. Keep in mind, the next day the guy came and put the fucking roses in. So it's just how they do it.
It's the hustle of it, you know. And
well, they're hustling too.
You said they did a phone tap. I know it's gonna sound funny, but it's not like The Sopranos where they have to find a way to get in your house.
No, what?
They
They don't even do that.
Like, satellites.
They don't even do that no more. Now it's just like, hey, they go to the judge and they say, hey, we need to tap this guy's phone because on this day we heard this or we think that. And as long as they have some kind of evidence to say that you're doing something, the judge will give them 30 days to check it out.
Yeah.
Like to figure it out. And after 30 days, if they didn't find nothing of you guys doing something, then they're not going to continue the phone tap. But in most of the time, like it felt like they were listening to us first, figuring out what was going on, and then going to the judge and asking, hey, can we do this? Because, like, how you know, like, we're going to go and shoot these dudes or we're going to go and sell dope over here if you've never heard of it before? But they're saying exactly what we're going to do to the judge before we even... Because they were listening and it was common.
And these fools were good, dog.
They were good.
They were good.
They were good, dog. Like,
do you think there was an informant? I mean, I don't know if you can say that, but do you think there was a guy that was like, yo, for sure that wasn't like the homie?
No, they had dudes like actual that were telling and but like with some of the cases they had people that would just like, let's say you got pulled over. You came to my pad, you got pulled over. And they're like, hey, we caught you with an 8-ball. Like, we need to know. Like, you want to go to jail? Or are you going to tell us what's up? And some of these dudes would
Drewps got it.
And it was crazy because they would go so far into it. They wouldn't be like, oh, like, yeah, he sold me an 8-ball. They'll be like, hey, I went to his house. He had $1 million right there. He had 100 kilos and, like,
yeah, they're trying to get out of it.
Like,
you know, he got a gun. You need a gun.
Got a 20, motherfucker.
Hey, Tommy, he was the kind of fool. Like if he got pulled over by the cop, he'd be like, he charges over.
Yeah, he overcharges me.
And he's like, hey,
shit wasn't even clean, man.
Now, Tommy would be the kind of fool that's like, hey, dog, if I tell you, like, will you take care of these parking tickets?
hey, no bullshit. Like, serio, that's how it felt. With, like, someone, like, once you've seen some of the, like, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can piece up, like, who told on you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not hard. You know, like, there's only us sitting here, and they're going to be like, oh, on this day, you guys were talking comedy, and one of the guys with a white hat, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, this motherfucker, like, it was him. Like, you know who it is. So, 9 times out of the 10, it'll add up. And then you're thinking about it, and you're like, damn, fool, like, you came and bought, like, a 16th off of me, and you told these motherfuckers I'm selling 100 pounds. Like, like you could have did a drug diversion type shit. Like, why you gonna fuck off all my shit because you don't want to go do a drug diversion? I go do... But that's the way it is,
it's
man.
Scandalous.
Like, but there's a lot of scandalous motherfuckers in the world,
you just helped me write a good joke.
I'm here for you, big dog.
Because I'm gonna be like, man, I remember I tried to be a drug dealer. I sucked. I sucked so bad they never raided my house. The cops are like, he's only selling 20s.
He's only selling 20s. It's no good.
Don't worry about it.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
It'll work, dog.
Can I get a...
You might have to cut that, dog, because they're going to hear it and they're going to steal your joke, dog.
Oh, yeah. No, we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, but it was just different. And And at the time, like when we got indicted, it was something we really weren't ready for. Like nowadays, more people are on top of that shit, you know? Like because so many hoods have got indicted since then that, you know, it's common knowledge now.
Straight
like,
up.
You know, like,
I'll talk
hey,
to you outside.
so for real. Like, hey, leave your phone in the house and talk to me over here on the corner, you know?
Yeah, you know, our phones are kind of like a tracking device because if you commit a crime and they go into your phone company and they check your fucking map, Google, whatever, they'd be like, well, you were in the area when the murder
100%.
happened. So it's kind of some crazy shit. But at the end of the day, dog, if I'm smart enough to know if I do kill somebody, you know, I'm going to take my brother's phone.
Right? I don't need my phone.
Yeah. Right?
Right? I don't need nobody to call me when I'm killing somebody.
What's up, Tommy? You want to go ahead and be a co-host and ask a question?
No, I was talking about that shit. There's this man that he got busted for. He reported his wife missing, but he really killed her. They started like looking for her, and after a while, they're like, "Wait a minute, let's investigate on this fool." And then the searches that he pulled up on like his kid's laptop was like, "How do you get rid of a body? After how long does it start smelling?" Like different dumbass shit that he was Googling. Like they look at everything. Like if some shit like that happens.
Well, if you're a pendejo that you make a file,
No,
you're
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
how to kill this
fool-
bitch,
Yeah,
Brenda.
he did all that shit.
What
Go
happens if I don't love my baby mama no more?
It was questions like that. Like, you know, like, you know.
I think white
how-
people, you know what's crazy though, is white people have the most fucking murder specials on TV,
Yeah.
but they don't have the most inmates in prison.
That's crazy, right? That's
Why
what-
there's
that's-
not a lot of white fools when you're
There
busted?
is,
I mean,
but like
there
they
is.
got better lawyers. Like the judge is like, hey,
Yeah.
right? If they don't lock them up, so
don't
they're
know.
like, they're in there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're
That's
out-
what.
we're
Let's
big
get
in
Jose
Newport.
and Pedro.
Yeah, these fools get, but there's like fools that do bad shit and they'll go to jail for 2 years and then say a Mexican or a black fool do the same shit, they get fucking 18 years, 20 years. Like, what the fuck? And they'll be in the same shit like, hey, we're both busted for the same shit.
Wow, what, are
And
you
they-
ready
they
for
stay.
office or what?
Well, I'm trying to make a change here, fellas. If you guys want to go ahead and make your votes now, tap the number in the bottom. Text 420. Fuck it.
420.
Sorry, homie.
I don't know. We're fucking over
It
here.
didn't work, dog. They're not
we're
voting for
smoking.
you, dog.
I didn't get the vote?
I don't
You didn't
know,
get the
dog.
votes, bro.
Dog.
What's up with you tonight, Tommy? Are you
Right here,
tired?
fucking
'Cause
dog.
you're-
I came over here.
Hey, he set stages, and he
Okay.
set the Golden Globes.
Yeah, we fucking built the Golden Globes.
Nice.
Did you watch the Golden Globes?
No, I didn't.
That shit-
I be working, dog. Like I be.
Don't trip. Hey, everybody. I was on his podcast, the homeboy Drewps and Lux and Casey, and I talked about that comedian that hosted the Golden Globes.
Oh, Joe Coy.
Yeah, you know what's? Hey, dog. I was reading the comments.
That was kind of the reason I told you that you might want to cut it when you were talking about your next joke, dog. He might be watching.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, I know he's watching, but don't trip. No peace to you, homie. Peace to him. And somebody in the comments put, Joe Coy, you should mean no joy. Like, look, at the end of the day, man, I don't wish bad upon nobody, eh? You know?
Yeah.
But I kind of just like, look, I know how you are as a person, and I'm not going to fuck with you. But on this fool, I feel a certain way where it's just like, yeah, I am going to talk about it. And if I get the chance, I will handle it as well. But I'll never ever see this Vato, because I know if he sees me, he's going a different way.
Yeah.
You know, but he was
He
horrible.
said, "Don't book the show with us together, please."
Yeah, ever, dog, ever. Like, hey, man, homeboy was horrible, and at the end of the day, yo, man, he shit the bed. He even went to bed, fool. He shit the bed. This fool chorroed in the bed, dog. Like, if you break it down, Edwin, there's a writer's strike, barely got fixed. He had time to write jokes, and he can't write jokes. He couldn't steal people's jokes and flip them because it was a live event. his comedy, he takes a lot of people that are like Filipinos or that style, or like he'll steal something from a Mexican and be like from a point of view. He's like, hey, are Mexicans here? He's like, hey, do the whistle, eh? And you know, the Mexicans, and all the Mexicans like, he's like, hey, when you hear that, eh? Roll your windows up.
What the fuck?
And they eat it up, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dog? But hey, you know what's crazy though, dog, is a lot of Filipinos are getting backlash from it.
Yeah,
because he's Filipino. Like I heard they fired a lot of nurses.
Nurses are gone.
I heard like Filipinos are like, they're not even claiming Filipino no more. They're like, I'm Cambodian. I don't know. Dude, what did you think about it, X?
I barely watched it. You texted me and you told me from the beginning, you're like, dude, this fool's sucking. And I kind of didn't believe it. And then I went on Twitter and he was trending and just memes after memes after memes. And like George told me before this, he was like, dude, he's been stealing for a long time, dog. George's been telling me this since
he's been stealing from a long time. And like, he's done it smooth, homie. Like he's left every yard once he felt the heat. But he won't come to the Comedy Store because that's headquarters.
But they love him in Irvine though, too, though.
Of course they love him in Irvine. There's no video in Irvine, dog. It's Irvine. All there is Irvine is Filipinos, Middle Easterns, and some black fools that play football. The Mexicans though that are in Irvine, they live like on the ghetto part because someone has to work at the Jack in the Box around there, dog. But what I'm trying to say is the internet's talking, dog. You know?
Hell yeah.
And
he's out there, dog. They know.
I'm not saying fuck you and your career, but it's fucked up how you fucked up other people's career to make your career better. So there has to come a time where people need to let it be known. And if those fools still want to accept you, whatever then. But you know what I mean? Like in my head, I'm not like, hey, don't go watch Joe Coy. But hey, no. That motherfucker's doing Edwin San Juan jokes, Felipe Esparza jokes. I remember being in prison, dog, and I called Felipe on a cell phone. He was like, "What's up, fool? I'm at the ice house, dog." He goes, "Hey, you know what's crazy, dog? Is Joe Coy brought you back to life over here today. This fool's doing your jokes, dog." And I was like, "Yes, I've been hearing that." And like. You know when you meet like waitresses and you're cool with gente, like you know how hey dog, when you're a homie, we want to be like, hey, you work here, what's up? Hey, here's a little love extra.
Yeah.
When
Show
I come,
love.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Hooking up everyone, like I'd get fools little coca, little weed, little shit right here, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they'd be like, hey George, vente, güey, no, tenemos sillas para your friends. And they would hit me up. They're like, hey, this fool's doing your guys' shit. I remember walking in one time and catching him, dog. And in my head, I was like, fuck, man, I can't beat this fool up here. This isn't the place. Like, you're not allowed to here. You know what I mean? It's like, this is my career, dog. I'm not famous yet. Yeah. And this motherfucker's doing our shit. So I was like, I'm going to catch this fool outside. You know how motherfuckers leave, dog.
Do people get tripped out when you'd call them? Because, I mean, I didn't know you when you were in jail. But
what do you mean?
If you called me and I was like, oh, shit, George's calling me. Shut up, Tommy. Because you're calling me from jail. You tripping people out, right?
No
like,
way.
How did you get a phone back in the day? Like,
no, it's okay. Look,
you said you called them late at night sometimes.
Yeah, you could. No, so when I called them, it would be like after count, like 10:30, 11, and fucking at this time I was in a dorm, and my homeboy had a phone, dog, and Gordo from Compton. And he'd be like, what's up, phone? And I was like, fuck, I don't want to call my lady, dog. I know this bitch is asleep. She going to visit me tomorrow. You know, huh? And she going to visit me tomorrow. So I'd be like, I would remember Felipe's phone number was 323. I don't want to say it. Like, his number was in my head because I would call him to get spots. So I remember calling him and he'd be like, hello. Because back then, like he wasn't with his lady. So he was answering any phone call late.
Whoever's calling.
Yeah.
You want me to pull up?
I'm on my way. Who's this?
Yeah, he was trying to get pierna. I remember he was like, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up, fool? It's George. He's like, George who? I go, it's fucking George Perez, Shotgun. He's like, Shotgun? I was like, hey, fool, it's George Perez. He's like, what the fuck? Are you out? I go, nah, fool.
That's what I would have thought. Yeah, I was like, this fool's out.
That's the first thing
Yeah.
people think when you got a cell phone.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're out. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, kick it. Like, what's up? He's like, what's up? He's like, I'm at the fucking ice house. Dog. He passes the phone to all the other comedians there. Dog, 'cause, like, Felipe, he don't want to talk to me. He's like, hey, fool, hold on. This fool's going to ask me for something. Man. So he's passing
it ain't a
on.
high now. Here,
Yeah. But, hey, fool, it was great, though, because in my head, I was like, damn, I call Felipe. And
You
I
got to
talked
talk to everybody.
7 or 10 people. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck. And I was only like a year and a half to the pad right there. And I was like, yeah, homie, I'm going to get out and still do comedy. Did you have like any ambition when you got out, dog?
Well,
I mean, of course you did, but was there like a goal set? Like, you know, sabes que, dog? I just did 16.
it was just trying to stay out, dog. Like, real talk. Like,
Day by day?
Like, yeah, because I was used to, like, no bullshit. Like, I was used to getting out, like, same day, getting right back to, like, gang banging, selling dope. Like,
Yeah.
no bullshit. Like,
Like a Navy SEAL, huh?
like nothing ever happened, you know? Like, bam, where they at now? Like, let's go get these fools and, like,
Yeah.
let me get a gun and, like, where's
What's
the
the
dope
mentality,
at?
homie?
But that's what I was used to. So, like, getting out this time, I kind of got slowed down. Like, I went to Watts when I got out. I was in the halfway house
Oh,
for, like,
shit. You did that program?
yeah. So, yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to get out. Like,
Yeah.
my shit is like, they're like, hey, you want to go to halfway house? I'm like, shit, if you can give me a year, let me get that shit.
And how's the introduction there? Like, do you have like a room or is it?
It's like a big room with like 6, 7 beds, like different dudes in there. Like everybody been to jail, so like you're getting there, like people already.
Is there like a program? Hey,
There's homies. There's
Okay.
there's blacks, whites. There's everybody there. There was girls there, so it's like
shit.
they had weights. Like it was cool, but like I went to the Watts. I went right there, like in it was on South Central Avenue. I think it was like 94th, 92nd. So it's like right across the street from like Bebop Watts, like the Bloods.
Yeah.
Like, it's right
But
there.
They
the
know you guys
projects.
are there though, huh?
No, they know. I mean, like there's dudes there that they only make the homies go out to work in the front. Like my first day when I got there, they're like, hey, you got a job. Tomorrow you got to go outside and sweep in the front. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, but I'm just thinking like, damn, I can leave. Like, you know, but then I go out and like, it's crazy because like you're really
They're
in
deep.
somebody's hood.
Yeah.
So like, there's people walking up like, hey, what's up, bro? You need some shit? Like, I'll give you some shit. I know you're in there. Like, you want to make some money? I'm like,
Damn.
nah, bro. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
Like, like I just got out, And then my homies were down the street, so they're like, hey, we'll pull up. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I got a couple homies that live around, like, in Linwood and shit like that. Paramount, like, all the little surroundings. So I was like, oh, fuck. So it was just, like, crazy to...
So much temptation coming at you, dog.
From like, I was just in jail in Victorville to the next day, out, like standing in the front.
How many watts?
Watching fucking
in
cars
Watts,
pass by.
Yeah.
The lote man.
Everybody. And then
He's like, I haven't talked to a black guy in 8 years.
No. There was a lot of blacks. There was everybody in the feds. It's more to a degree. It's more laid back than I would say like the state as far as some of the politics. Like in the state, it's more like, hey, like
Straight.
blacks
yeah.
is over here, and the homies and the whites are on this side, the norteños and the blacks and the Chinese are on the other side. Like in the feds, it's not really like that. I mean, the homies are there; they got their spot. Like the whites, like we're still good with the whites and the paisas, but it's not like you could talk to the blacks and be cool. Like it's more laid back. Like.
Yeah.
Like some of the program is a little different, but like it's a different program. And then it depends on like what yards you're on, and like, you know, because they got levels too, you know.
Oh,
So they
okay.
got like
And in the
camp. They
uh-huh.
got camp, which is like no fence, like you can leave if you want to leave,
What the
type
fuck?
shit. You know.
You have to
Like
be a
poles?
baller to get locked up there?
No, it's just you gotta have real low points and like.
That's where you'd go, Tommy. You're a
You
camp.
go chill right there. Be like, they got a fridge.
They're like, hey, you're going to cut wood. You're like, okay.
But they got lows, they got medium, and then they got the USP. The USP is like the same as being like in a level 4. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it just depends how it goes, but overall, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, there's gang banging and you know, fools are tripping. Like, yeah, I mean, there's dudes dying in there too. So it ain't like
It's a
nothing.
world.
Yeah, I mean, it's jail, you know. But it's just it's just different. Like a whole, like, it's kind of hard to explain because it depends where you go. And like I told you guys in the feds, like I started off in Kansas. From Kansas, I went to West Virginia. From West Virginia, I went to Texas. From Texas, I went to Colorado. And every time in between, you have to go to Oklahoma. So, like, I've been to Oklahoma like 18, 19 times.
Why? You got to go there between.
That's like the transit
fueling?
center.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you fly to Oklahoma, and then from there, either you'll take a bus to your jail or you'll fly to the next jail.
Why are they moving you so much, though? Is there a reason?
That's just
like,
how, like with the feds.
They're probably like, they don't want to. This is my thought. My conspiracy is the Fed cops are like, we can't let them stay along together because they'll build an alliance. So they keep rotating you.
Well, in the feds, it's they got different like let's say here, let's say in the state, right? It's what northern, southern, blacks, whites, paisas. That's it. You know?
Others.
Oh, others.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm saying like that's it. Like you go to the feds, now you're dealing with every state has their own gangs, their own politics.
Yeah.
So like Texas have like Tango Blast, and like you're gonna deal with the DCs, you're gonna deal with like Ohio's, like you know, there's a lot of different gangs that, you know, like Chicago, the GDs, and so all of that is there, like in every jail you go to.
Damn.
So there might be a little here, a little
It's
there.
like, it's like having cable. You're like, there's a lot of channels over here.
There are a lot of channels.
Yeah.
And you gotta get quick on what's going on, you know. So like
So that was a transition for you.
it's
then,
a big
dog.
transition because I'm used to like being in the state to like we go and there's like 400 or 500 homies on the yard. You know, we're over there set tripping like, oh, this is Los, this is OC, this is San Bernardino. You know, and we break it down to like, oh, this is East Side LA, Northeast LA,
Hell
Southeast.
yeah.
Like break it all the way down to where like I'm getting to, let's say, West Virginia, and I'm just happy anybody's there from LA. You know what I mean? Like I don't even care what part of LA you from. Like, what up, my boy? You know? Like for real. You know? Like you
That's
run
gonna
in-
be a clip right there.
but
dog.
it's real. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you run into, like, homies from Orange
Yeah.
County, and
Y'all
they're like...
straight up. You
but
get excited.
It's like, shit, we're right here. Like, what you
Yeah,
mean? Like,
what's
get
up?
over
Been on
here.
the 5 freeway too, dog.
You know what I'm saying? But it's that. So, you know, because we're running into homies from, like, from everywhere, dog.
Yeah.
From Idaho, from New
Arkansas,
York,
yeah.
and there's homies. So,
Fuck. That's
like,
hey, I didn't even know that. Like, think about it like
you're
that.
running into homies from everywhere, dog. Like Washington, from New York, Texas.
What's the difference between the homie from Washington?
There's really no difference. It's just like, because some of them are
Not
still,
even the look, the style, because like
well, some people have-
LA, I'm not trying to say anything about anybody else, but LA's kind of like the original Mexican prison look. They look after. It's,
But
right?
okay, like you said, they look after, so they're already seen it. So
Okay.
they're coming, and that's what it is.
So he looks like a homie from LA.
He's coming with like, you know, except you're like, hey, where you from, big dog? Like you see him, he might even have an LA tattoo, and you're like, hey, you're from LA. Where are you from in LA? He's like, oh, you know, my mom moved when I was 2 to Texas, and you're like, oh shit, like. you know, and he might not even know nothing about, but he just knows, hey, I came from LA, and they might, and they're gonna be from the same hoods though. Like, there's like big gangs in like the Twin Cities and like, you know, Wisconsin. They got fools like, hey, I'm from 38th Street. They're from gangs from here.
Oh, so they moved out there. Like, they're claiming.
I'm from Clanton. No, they're not claiming that. Somebody moved the hood over there, and they're from there now.
Wow.
So, like, they're coming in already know, like, hey, I'm a homie, and I'm coming from there, and this is what it is. Like, I come to jail, and, you know, Florence, like, the big gangs, and even some of the small gangs, you might think of, like,
Rich Chris might get something, Tommy.
Yeah, they might fucking be like,
Rich Chris, that's it.
I know. Getting that shit blasted in their stomach, black letters.
But it's real deal. Like, you run into homies from everywhere. Like,
fuck, I didn't know the feds was like that.
It's crazy.
So were you ever like chilling in like Nebraska or wherever, and you're just chilling, doing your own thing, and someone yelled out your name? Because George tells about this story where he's just chilling, and all of a sudden,
because it's different. I'm in Cali.
I know, but I'm asking, were you ever like in Ohio,
sure.
and someone yelled out your name? You're like, what the fuck?
A lot of spots that I've been to, like, because I fought my case for 4.5 years, so I was in MDCLA. And San Bernardino County Jail, back and forth, because I was getting kicked out back and forth, like, by the cops and shit. Like, they'll tell you, like, hey, get the fuck out of here type shit. Like, you're doing too much. But I fought my case for 4.5 years. So by the time I actually made it to the feds, to Kansas, like, I got there was 150, 180 Sureños on the yard. So, like, we were there deep. So, like, as soon as I got there, like, there was homies there from my area, from Avenues, from different gangs that they already knew. That, I think you're here, you made it. Like, you know? Like, they already know. Like, all right, the homie's here now, you know?
Like, hey, I left my sweater in Oklahoma.
No, for real. Like, hey, I left you all my shit when I left. Like, what'd you bring? Like, and that's the main thing, like, in the feds, like, because they sell different food and different, like, clothes and different stuff at different places. You could do East Bay, huh? In the feds, it's whatever, like, the canteen has. So, like, let's say there's dudes coming from camp. And like I said, they have no fence. So there's fools with Jordans and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so you're like, oh, this fool just coming from a camp. Like, he's coming to a low now. Like, hey, you got Jordans? What do you got? Like, you know, because there's fools, like, I had Versace motherfucking sandals in my shit.
Damn.
You know? So, like, because, I mean, look, in the feds, we got drones. We got motherfuckers coming with throwing backpacks and, like, shit over the wall. Like, there was fools actually, like, cut the fence, leave, come back with a whole bunch of shit. Like, they're not even trying to escape.
What up? You're telling me someone had the chance to never come back, and
no,
they
I
just
mean you're
gonna come back.
Eventually get busted,
dog.
But like there's places to where like fools would be like, hey, dog, like, do you like? Let's say you ain't got nothing coming, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got no money coming from your family, but I tell you, hey, dog, I give you 10 racks. You gotta cut the gate, go out there. My people are gonna have some shit right there. Bring that shit back in. I'm giving you 10,000. Like, what's in it? Like a fool. Who cares? I'm giving you 10,000. You bring that back right now.
Tommy's thinking about
but,
it.
But hey, they already have that gap set up though, huh?
No,
like
but
you already know, like,
already,
hey,
like routes and shit.
It's gonna be like a 1 minute
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
you get
people
busted?
getting caught. Like, there's coming out on the news. Like, hey, this fool ran and he got caught.
You're like, damn.
Because they have farmers and shit. The farmer got you with a gun, calls the news. Like, hey, these motherfuckers keep running through my property.
Yeah.
Like, they have different shit. So, like, some of his shit is crazy. And then, like, you know, they got drones. They got people coming, throwing backpacks.
Technology,
like,
homie.
Yeah, everybody, you know, got cops. Like, it's just different. Like, it's so much action because, like, when I was in West Virginia, we're all up. I was in McDowell, West Virginia. So, McDowell, if you look it up, per capita, it's the worst for, like, the heroin and all that epidemic.
Oh, it's cracking.
Ever. So, like, everybody in there, like, their people are coming. Like, the dude, you run into somebody, like I said, you run, like, hey, where you from, G? Oh, I'm from McDowell. What? You from right here? Like, what's up, dog? Like, what's up?
Yeah,
Let's
I got
work
the
some.
fatty.
Like, I'm
do
going to
you know?
send your brother
Yeah.
$5,000 to throw a backpack. Win or lose. Even if we don't get it, I'm giving him $5,000.
Yeah.
He's throwing the backpack.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's coming on his little fucking, what are them?
The
The
moped.
three-wheelers
Yeah.
or whatever. He's coming and he's throwing that shit in the night.
Well, hey,
You know?
everybody, hoop it real quick. We're going to take a break or we'll be back
Whoa.
late. And we're back like a hood rat in the Cadillac waiting for the zigzag. George Press Stories is also brought to you by Gunther's, located in downtown Santana. They got 2 stores, one off of Broadway, one off of Main. They also got a store in Monte. It's called Gunthers.com. What's Gunther's? Look, everybody, they got the newest, the OGest, almost all the Pendletons. The only Pendleton they don't got is the one Eazy-E got AIDS in. They don't got the one that's they don't got the one that Santana got stabbed in. But make sure you guys check out Gunther's. They got Pendletons, Khakis, Ben Davis, Solo, Frisco Benz. They got old batches, dog.
They got vans.
They got a whole van store. They got you messed me up, dog. 501s. They got Hush Puppies. They got the Doc Martens. They got the Paños. They got like the Carhartt. You know, Pendleton Pinta style. But this isn't from Gunther's, but it is Pendleton, and they sell it. Shout out to the homeboy Loser Funk Freaks right here blessing me with this. And hey, homie. I gotta take you there, dog. It's like headquarters
there,
for you,
dog.
dog. It's
Take
straight.
me there.
It's Bonnaroo, dog. Like, hey, homie, botas, like everything, dog.
I need some boots for work, dog. So, you know,
So we
I might
got
have
you.
to go.
We
Yeah.
got you, my boy.
Yeah, I gotta go.
That's what's up. Hey, and if you don't live in California, X,
Go to Gunthers.com and we don't have a promo code, but you will look firme.
Whoop! Shout out to Gunther's.
nah, Gunther's is cracking, dog. It's a homie, local homie from Santana, and
That's right. Much love to
blessed
Gunther's.
they also sponsored the roast of Popeye, which is out right now, guys. Popeye from Blood In, Blood Out. You know who the homie Popeye is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I linked up with the homie. We did a couple shows together, and we did a roast like Charlie Sheen on Comedy Central. We went
Yeah.
up there. We made fun. Tommy went up there, dog.
I went up there and fucking
Got
did
it
some
in?
fucking- I sang the corrido of Popeye.
Yeah, dude. Sing the corrido of Popeye.
Fuck, I don't
dog.
even remember it. I think it was just
Out the top.
top of the neck.
He said, "I
Damn,
want that
homie. What are we
shit."
gonna do with the mixtape?
Went. No, well, I remember it. I'll write it down.
He said, "We'll get it back."
What's the new one you're working on, dog?
I got
Lo corrido
the
de
oldies.
Drewps?
No, we got the oldies coming. It's
Get
called
it in, baby. Get it in,
"Write Me a Letter When I'm Busted."
please.
He doesn't know because he's never been there. He's like, "What's up, bitch? Write me."
No, you gotta say please, dog.
Straight up. Okay, Tommy, go ahead. Kick it off, dog. You want me to give you an intro?
Let me get the intro.
Okay, homie. You want a trago real quick? No, this is mine. Take a trago.
No, I got the Aquafina right here. Got the Aquafina.
You ready, X?
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Kick with the vocals.
Alrighty, everybody. Just got done doing 3 innings at the Dodger game.
Whoa.
Fresh out from Rich Chris on his new mixtape called True Lies. Give it up for a 3 plates, Tommy. What's the name of your song?
Baby, all I ask of you is that you write me a letter when I'm busted. Send a picture inside with your chi-chi's eyes. I wanna see him out, baby. And don't forget to put money on my books, baby. Put some money on my books.
Please.
Put some money on my books.
What'd she say?
Please, please. Come on, dog.
Hey, special announcement. I didn't write none of that. I didn't produce none of that. Tommy,
Fire!
I'm proud of you, dog.
Hey, we're top of the necking.
But do you remember it?
Freestyle. I remember it.
We're gonna
X.
rewind. If he doesn't,
Put some money.
What's up, fool? Has anybody
my
hit you up?
Books, please. Jimmy O'Meale fucking text me right now when we were on break, but we started the podcast, so know what I'm saying.
That fool.
I'll read it after.
He's one of the biggest producers in California, you know?
shout out.
But before he even calls me, I told him I want a lowrider.
He has the low
So
rider.
park
dog.
one in the front, then I'll answer the phone. I'm saying, am I right? Am I right,
He's right, dog. He's right.
Don't even call me.
Park it in the front.
He already got my number.
How'd he get your number?
Xavier put it on the fucking podcast.
Okay. He was following you?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, he's on.
Okay.
He's on right now. Post it.
Put it on. Put it on.
So if you were to go, right now, if Jimmy Humilde, right?
Jimmy Humilde.
How do you say it, X?
Humilde.
Humilde, yeah, humilde.
Jimmy Humilde.
Humilde. Yeah.
Come on, why you guys making it feel like I'm not saying it? Hey, this fool's such a paisa. Like, I'd be like, hey, did I say it right?
He gets a.
Hey, if he was like, call you tomorrow and be like, hey, Tommy, I'm going to go send the Chalino. He had the Chalino 62, right?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Dog, hey, homie, and it's in the driveway, and you open the door, dog, and it's some kind of going, I want to get a tattoo.
I want to get a tattoo of you, baby. I want to get your name.
That's right, guys. Fresh off. This is my Theo's hits. Dog,
Dog, coming with the fucking oldies, dog. Soul motherfucking Mondays.
Hey, homie, like, he doesn't know about when you're busted, they got concert night. He would have killed it.
He would have killed it, dog.
over.
Hey, but at concert night, there were some guys that you were like, damn, this fool could get down.
Man, there's dudes in there that they do
A lot of
it.
talent, huh?
Talent,
They have
man.
talent shows in there when you're
They
busting?
got all that.
Hell yeah.
Look,
What?
in the feds, they got straight talent shows on the yard with the speakers, the system, everything hooked
Sick
up.
ass
dog.
fool.
All right. What's a crazy talent you've seen? Obviously singing, but what's something you're like, oh, dude,
No,
this-
they got everybody. Like let's say they start in the morning, like, and be all whites. So they come with like the
fools do
rock
Yeah.
and like all the different, like, you know what I'm saying?
Let the bodies
Yeah, they hit all that shit.
hit the floor.
You know what I'm saying? They're hitting it.
Hey, white boys be loved. Hey, when that shit goes on, I
They
get
got the
scared.
guitar. They got all that. Yeah. They got the brothers come on, rapping, doing their thing and shit. Homies come on, doing their thing. Like, everybody's on there. The paisas come on there.
Corridos?
Corridos,
dang.
all that
Hey,
shit.
yeah, no, hey.
Real talk. Like, they got the whole shit. And they give everybody their slot. And everybody's there, like, chilling,
Hey,
Is there any fools that do magic?
yeah, they disappear. Shut the fuck
But,
up.
hey, you know fools. Hey, fools are trying to hustle some
You
shit.
can't be like, hey, I can do magic. Fools are like, well, then get me out of here, boy. Make me do it.
levitate me over the wall.
Let me get through this motherfucking shit.
Boy, you can't tell me how this guy's with it.
No, but card tricks or some shit like that. Be like,
I mean,
hey,
that's
this.
not magic,
Hey, go.
that's
The homie
hustle.
does sick ass fucking card tricks.
David Copperfield.
There wasn't
over
fools
there.
that did card tricks
Hey,
in there.
Tommy.
Look, honestly, bullshit to the side. They got fools that do everything, dog.
Yeah,
like
but,
whatever you could think of, motherfuckers in there trying to sell it, dog. They got fools on the yard cooking food. They got dudes like outside all day selling sodas. They got
Hey, fools
For
make the
real.
candies and I seen
selling
some
candies
fools.
for sure, 100%. Like they make taffy.
Tommy.
They make taffy out of the like creamer and the Kool-Aid and shit.
And the fucking the Jolly Rancher and shit.
Yeah,
and they,
but
I
all
seen that
day,
shit.
dog.
I was like, hey,
I
no,
seen
He
it.
knows where the hell are you, bro?
no, fucking.
was
I was watching
Tommy's
some
like,
shit,
hey,
how they
boy,
make some
hey.
fools
He
like,
was
hey, I
with
make
us,
fucking candy.
He snuck in.
When Tommy goes, he goes, yeah, I did 3 Indies at the Dodger game, dog. I only had like 2 popcorns and 4 hot dogs.
He's like,
That fool had a little special on the TV on the side. I was watching
Hey,
this
what's
in jail.
going on?
Hey, I remember when I first got out, I would have these like crazy fucking dreams of me going, like, for some reason I'm going back to yard and I'm like, I'm going through visit and I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I in the visiting line going back to fucking take my clothes off and get checked to go, and I'm in my street clothes. I got my wallet, I got my cell phone, and I think, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, I fucking
They caught me.
Yeah, like I shut my wallet up my ass. I'm like, because it's a dream. It's a dream, though. This shit didn't happen. But like, I remember I have these crazy fucking dreams, and I just get up and I'm just like, fuck. I almost snuck my wallet in. That would have been dope.
You ever have crazy ass dreams like when you got out or some shit? Or
Like-
some shit crazy that happened when you got out and you're like, oh, what the fuck? That shit didn't happen there?
Well, I know when I first got out of the state, like after doing the 5 years, maybe for like the first 3 months, like I used to wake up every day like, damn, I'm going back to jail today.
Yeah.
Because I was just like constantly like on that shit, you know? Like I was always fucking up. Like
It's PTSD from prison. It's the same thing you get when you go to war. You like you guys are you're in a war, dog. You're gonna get up and react to like what the fuck? It's PTSD, but pinta style, dog.
But my shit was more of like back then, like I knew I was breaking the law. So like in my mind, like I couldn't process like, okay, I'm out and I'm gonna be out here for a minute, you know? So it was like, okay, I'm waking up, like I'm on parole, got a gun, I'm selling dope, like I'm out here, like I'm going to jail, you know? Like, fuck! And then like after a while, it just kind of like balanced out. But like nowadays, like it's just more like waking up and being like, damn, like I gotta deal with these motherfuckers like fucking with me for no reason. Cause like honestly, like I'll be out here and I ain't really like breaking the law and shit. So like when you see the cops and like I told you, I was going to your show the other day and like they swooped up and it's like, man, like I'm not even doing nothing. Like you fools are tripping. And they just see a motherfucker nowadays, and it's just easy to profile somebody.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it feels like crazy because like you still gotta deal with it, like no matter what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable because we're used to it. Like, you know, we know, okay, and I mean, if you see me, like, I mean, I don't dress all crazy and shit. I'm not on no extra gangster shit, you know?
But we know you with it.
No, I mean, yeah.
You can tell by like you creased your windbreaker.
I'm not even nothing.
No, you
Like, I even got
you
like
crease
this,
your windbreaker, Pedro. That's super gangster shit.
that's
There's
like,
creases
if
on
it
the
is, it's
sleeves.
accidental, dog. This is the way it came
Look
from
how
the
wrinkled
store,
this
dog.
windbreaker is, dog.
That's how it's supposed to look.
But like
Because
for
it was in a
real,
wind,
like
eh?
sometimes it's just like, man, you know, like just knowing, like for real, like I like staying in the pad, dog, because
You're safe.
I know I'm good. Like, you know,
Hey, I used to be like that. You're safe.
yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
good right
hey.
here. You know,
Dog,
like I ain't gotta
George,
worry about much.
You're still like that. It's either the strip club, the comedy store, or stand up.
Well, see, because, like, I don't know. Like, I look at every move like business for, like, you got to remember, dog, I still have that mentality as well where it's just like, I'm not going to go out and hit fools up, but if I get approached, I got to be me, no matter if with my family or nothing. So to me, it's like, all right, fool, now that I'm getting, like, almost in my 50s, I'm starting to work out again. I'm doing drugs, very minimum. No more strippers at my house. Like, cause homie, because when you have a stripper at your house,
Yeah.
it's kind of like catching a lion or a big tiger for like it's roar. It's gonna be weird. Like you're gonna get tired of it. You gotta let it back. You can't keep it. You gotta let it
Send
go.
it back to the wild.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
And you
And
gotta let them go nicely. You can't kick them out. Like we've been there with Jordan, like you gotta like they want to have to. You have to want them. It has to be voluntary.
for level 4 strippers, dog. Not hey, homie.
More
'cause-
tattoos than you.
Yeah, hey, dog. Because You gotta remember this too. There's hyenas that grow up in the hood and shit, and like they're with the business because you guys are their brothers, dog.
Yeah, they
So,
know.
like,
I
they're
call my
just-
brother right now,
Straight up, you're like,
motherfucker.
oh shit,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, now there was a stripper like that. She was like, "Hey, fool, what's up? Where you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Orange." She's like, "Where?" I'm like, "So." She's like, "All right, well, check this out." So, Drewps, how long you been out?
Right now, I've been out a little more than 2. Little more. I got out in I think I got out
You
in
think?
August 1st, maybe, because I was supposed to get out. They did some okie doke shit on me, dog. They called me. They're like, "Hey, you're getting out today. Get ready." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Got dressed. I'm in my clothes, ready to get out. Like see the camera. My mom and everybody's outside. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm getting out.
Damn.
Like, gave all my shit away already. Like, I'm getting out. Hell yeah! And then the SIS came, and that's like
Right before the last count, right?
No, this is the feds. Like in the feds, it's SIS. Like that's the gang huras, you know. They came and they're like, "Hey, Droopy, come here. Let me talk to you real quick, dog. Like, chill out. Like, you're still going home, just not today." And I'm like, "What the fuck you mean? Like my mom,
Yeah.
my mom flew from Texas. Like my family's here. Like, what you mean?" And they're like. And I'm wearing street clothes. I'm already like ready to
You're
go.
like, I'm out the uniform.
I gave
man.
all my shit away in the unit already. You know, motherfuckers is moving in my cell. They're like, "You're leaving, dog. Like, let me move in. I can see the TV from here." So I'm like, because in the feds, we don't have a TV in the cell. It's TV shots. Like you able to see the TV out in the day room type shit. So we got our remote controls and shit. So. I was like, "Man, what's up?" And they're like, "Hey, you're not going home today." So I'm like, "All right, I'm going home tomorrow or what?" And they're like, "Nah,
Damn.
next week." I'm like, "What you mean next week? Like, motherfucker already did like 16. I got to do an extra week?
Yeah.
Like, what happens if I go back to the yard and like we get in a riot or like something happens? Like, I'm still gonna get
Can I
out?
kick it in
Is
the
that
attic?
like a free?"
Can I
And
kick
they're
it right
like,
here?
"Yeah," they're like, "Nah, like, you want to go to the hole?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I don't want to go to the hole."
Yeah.
They're like, "All right, well, look, here, man, put your clothes back on, go back to the unit, let me get you shit." And I'm like, fuck, and this is like right around lunchtime. So like I'm watching everybody go to lunch and shit. So like I come back out and everybody's like, "What the fuck? Like, what happened, fool?" I'm like, "Fool, listen, I ain't going home till next week." And they're like, and they told me that like, "Hey, look, we know your counselor and shit is lazy. So like straight up, they said, hey, your counselor and shit is lazy. What happened is they didn't put some, like they didn't check a box on your paper like to go to the halfway house. So technically, like you're still in jail anyway. So you just gonna be here for another week."
They hit
And
you
I
with
was
that
like,
reality.
yeah, and I was like, nah. And then like, now I come walking back into the unit. Everybody already clapping when I'm leaving, like, "Ah, boy, like, you out of here." And I'm like, fuck. So I'm mad. Like, I come walking back in and everybody like, "What's up, fool? You good?" And I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not good. Like, what the fuck you mean, Like, "Oh, you want your pillow? You want your shit back?" Like, "Nah, I don't need none of that shit back. Like, I'm good, dog." And they're like, "What's up?" I'm like, for real, I'm mad and shit. And like, before you leave, they shut your phone. They shut all that down. And in the feds, you only get 300 minutes a month. Like, it ain't like you can go to the phone whenever you want. It's 300 minutes a month, and that's it. I know I'm getting out tomorrow. I'm burning my 300 minutes. Like, so, like, I ain't got no minutes. Like, everything is dead. Like, and then they're like, if I use your minutes, they kill your phone, they kill my phone, and we could actually go to the hole. So it's like, and they're going to give you 41 days at it, and me 41 days at it. So, like, you're going to stay in jail even longer than them 1 week you thought you were staying, So, like, some of it is, like, fucked up. But, like, I actually stood. That's why, like, I said, like, I don't remember the, like, because I was supposed to get out this day. And even before that, I was in Arizona, and like they sent me to like a spot that was cool. Like it was all right, but like most of the homies that like are active, like in the game and shit, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go over there, fool?" Like, you know, I heard it's like kind of like on a questionable side. So I'm like, "What?" Like, hell nah, as soon as I get there, watch, I'm going to take off on somebody. Like, I'm out of there, you know?
Straight
and they're
up.
like, nah, you're tripping. Like, just, you're already going home. So, like, I got there, and as soon as I got there, it was like lockdown type shit. So I get there, and I come out, talk to the counselor, and they're like, hey, listen, like, we're supposed to give you 6 months halfway house or some shit. We're going to give you a year.
Damn.
So, like, you're going to go home next week. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, you know?
Fuck yeah.
And you asked me about the quarantine and all that shit. Like, I dealt with it in there. So, like, we were actually quarantined, like how you guys were out here.
Uh-huh.
We were quarantined in there. They wouldn't
Your
let us
COVID?
out. COVID.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us out. No, even if we didn't have COVID. Like, if you didn't have the COVID shots and all this shit, they won't let you out to the yard and shit. So like,
it was like, there was a mandatory.
there was nobody could come out. It just hit. Like, only me and you're my celly. Me and you can go to the shower right now, or we can go to the phone for 10 minutes. Pick which one you want.
Fuck.
You want to go to the shower for 10 minutes, or you want to use the phone? So I got there, and I got there with dudes who were questionable from somewhere else, but we didn't know yet. So the dude got there with us, and he was another race. And what happened is he gets her with us, and this motherfucker goes, and he wants to leave. So him wanting to leave, he sees me with a gang of shit. Like I said, I had Gucci slippers. Like I had... Like, whatever you could have the best, I had it, you know? Like, I've been doing my time comfortable. Like, I did my whole bid. Like, I never missed no stores.
Put in
like,
work for it, too.
Like, yeah, but, you know, I never missed stores. Like, I ate good. I did good time, you know? So, this dude sees me and thinks, oh, he must be selling drugs. Like, how he got it like that, you know? Like, I got gold chain, I got Gucci slippers. Like, I'm coming out chilling, you know?
In the
We
joint.
got MP3s. Like, I got, like, 4,000 songs. It's like...
Fuck.
Hey, and in there, it's $1.50 a song. So I got 4,000 songs, so that shit adds up, you know?
Yeah.
So I come walking out, and I'm thinking I'm going to talk to the counselor to tell me, like, hey, we got your date, like, you're going home on this day. So I come out and it said SIS, and they're like, hey, dude just PC'd up, and he said that you're selling drugs, and do you know this guy? And I'm like, man, I go home next week. Like, why the fuck would I be selling drugs?
Yeah.
Like, I got like $3,000 on my books. Like, I got everything I need. Like, why am I selling drugs? They're like, oh, they say you're selling drugs. I'm like, man, I ain't selling nothing. And they're like, all right, well, we're just asking you. You know? And keep in mind, I'm walking out there thinking I'm going to talk to the counselor. So I come out chilling like none. But I'm riding dirty. I'm like, oh, fuck. The motherfucker tell me to empty my pockets. It's all bad. So I'm like, well, what's up? And they're like, you don't have a problem with this guy. I said, nah. Because in the feds, it's kind of fucked up. Like, they'll tell you, like, hey, you know Joe? I'm like, nah, I don't know Joe White. Oh, well, he's telling on you.
Yeah.
For real. Like, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a fuck. They're like, hey, Joe's telling on you. Do you have a problem with him? Like, nah, I don't have a problem with him. All right, we're going to bring him back. I'm like, go ahead, bring him back.
Fuck.
For real. So, I come back, and my Sally's like, what day you going home, fool? Like, what's up? What they say? I said, nah, fuck no. They almost took me to the shoe right now. Like, remember dude that came with us? Like, he PC'd up, and he's telling them I'm selling drugs. And they're like, what? You know, and then next day, they pop us out, me and my Sally. And usually they only pop out one cell. They popped out 2 cells. So it's me and our neighbors. So we go out there and they're like, hey, like phone or shower. And I'll take a bird bath. I don't give a fuck. I've been gelling, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
So I need the phone.
Action.
So I come out and I need to charge my MP3. So boom, I'm charging my MP3 and I jump on the phone and my celly taps me on the shoulder and he's like, hey. I'm like, what's up? I'm talking to my daughter and my daughter's like, hey, like, Dad, you're coming home. Like, good shit. Like, my youngest, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm coming home. Like, next week, you know? Like, I'm out, you know? And my celly taps me on the shoulder. He's like, hey, I thought you said that dude told on you. And I look back and he's walking in with 2 cops. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at him and I'm like, this fucking can't be the dude. Like, I'm looking for, like, a tattoo that reminds me of him because, like, I just met the dude, you know? So I see him. He's like, hey, what's up, Droopy? I'm like, ha. I told my daughter, like, hey, I gotta let you go. I love you, all right? Bye. Boom. Turn around and beat that fool up in front of the cops. You know? So, because I can't get him. There's no other way. They're gonna lock us in. And I'm telling you, they only let us and your neighbor out. That's it, because it's COVID. So, but I already told all the homies, like, hey, fuck this fool, you know?
It's
so,
on.
they're going to say, like, oh, like, fool, because you're going home in a week. You're going to leave us that problem. And you're going to let this motherfucker walk by? So I'm like, hell nah.
Yeah, straight
so
up.
I rushed that fool. And I got 7 more months out of it because of that shit.
Damn.
So I was supposed to go home in January. I didn't go home till August. You know what I'm saying? But
so that week turned into 7 months?
Well, it turned into 7 months. It got me kicked out of that jail. That was Arizona. They sent me back to California. They sent me to Victorville. So, like, it turned into a whole bunch of extra shit. But, like, really, they only added 41 days because that's what they add in the feds. They're like, if you get a shot or whatever, they add 41 days. But they were giving me a year halfway house. So they took 6 months halfway house back, and then they took 41 days. So instead of a year halfway house, they gave me 5 months halfway house.
Okay, I got you now.
You know what I'm
leave?
saying?
When you're at the halfway house, you can't leave?
Yeah,
You
gotta-
can leave like
You
once.
got to report curfew, right?
Yeah, you gotta go.
No,
work.
well, like, it was COVID. So now once I get there, before, you could be like every day, like, hey, I'm going to look for a job. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
COVID, you can't. We're just locked in that bitch.
Fuck. But
So-
at least there wasn't Hoodas and shit.
No,
around,
but like
right?
when you first get there, they'll tell you like, hey, all right, we'll give you like 4 hours to go by hygiene. So like some of your family got to come pick you up and they can take you, or like the next week they can take you to like go get your ID, your driver's license, all that shit, you know?
Wow.
But it's like, where are you going? So you got to write it down like, hey, I'm going to Kmart. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to be there for an hour. So as soon as you get over there, you call and you be like, hey, I'm walking into Kmart right now. And they're like, all right, cool. Boom.
They just got to log it in, right?
They log it in. You walk in, you buy your shit. You call them, hey, I'm walking out of Kmart. I'm going to go next door to the shoe warehouse. Okay, cool. Boom, they say, yeah. Boom, you go into the shoe warehouse, you buy your shit. But now you got to come out with buying some shit from the shoe warehouse and buying some shit from Kmart.
Exactly.
And come back to the halfway house, blow like you didn't drink.
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah, like you got to piss. Like, hey, I didn't fucking get high. Like, you know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
lot of money. They're like, it's kind of like a government front. They're like, if they leave, we'll make money off the blow test and the piss test.
Well, but see, the next time I went, so the first time they gave me the 4-hour pass to see about my hygiene, right?
Uh-huh.
So boom, I went and I'm like, you know, keep in mind, like this is my first time being free now.
Yeah.
So like, shit, I don't need 4 hours to buy hygiene. You know, I need like 20 minutes, and like now I got 3 hours to do me.
To check in, right? To say what's up.
No, to do whatever. Because, like, they let your people come pick you up, you know? So I just need to do me. Like, you know? Like, I've been in jail 16 years.
So where'd you go?
Like, shit, where do you think I went?
To the strip club?
Yeah, they go to those strip club, went to the motel, but so I went to the motel. But the next time, I'm like, hey, all right, I already did me, like I'm good, you know. Went to the Momo, I'm good already. So now I need to like get my ID, I need to get my license.
Straight up.
So I go to the DMV, but because of COVID and shit, that shit's closed. So they're telling me, like, hey, until you get your ID, you can't leave. So my stepdad's family, like, they had my ID from when I went to jail in 06. So my homie took me over there to the pad in Hollywood. And keep in mind, I'm in Watts. So first we go to Norwalk, Holler Records, and they're like, nah, like, you can't come in here. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, hey, fool, take me to Hollywood real quick. Like, I got my ID over there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be good. Like, because they told me, hey, once you get your ID, we'll give you some passes. Like, you can get a job. You can do shit.
You're active. You're a member of society now.
So now I'm like, I need my ID. Like, that's a Mando, you know? So I go to Hollywood. I come back thinking I'm good. Like, hey, yeah, look, I got my ID. They're like, hey, where else did you go? I said, I didn't go nowhere. They're like, yeah, you went over here. And I'm like, what? And they're like, give me your phone. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now they go back and, like, keep in mind that the phone is new to me. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah.
I got 2 phones, though. So I'm like, because I'm already knowing, like, okay, you might have to turn one in. So, you know, I get to the halfway house and I got 2 cell phones. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, cops come and ask me anything. Like, here, go ahead, look at my phone. Like, everything's good. You know? I got another one at the time because that's what I was like. I don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers get my phone and they're like, hey, boom, boom. So I delete everything. But I don't know that you can fucking go to deleted history. Motherfucker goes to... Like, I ain't been on phone. I never had this shit. So they go to the deleted history. They see pictures. They see shit. And I'm like, They're like, hey, listen, man, you thought this. And we followed you. You went over here. And I was like, what the fuck? So I come back and I'm telling people like, hey... Like, I'm fucking blackout. Now I can't have a cell phone. I can't this. I can't that. But I have another phone. So I'm like, fuck them. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, man, my bad. Like, you caught me. Like, you know, cool, blackout. But to me, I'm in the halfway house. I'm like, this is way better than jail. Like,
straight up.
Yeah, they're telling me I can't do shit. I'm like, shit, this is lovely right here. There's girls here. Like, they got phone on the wall I can still use. I can order food every day. Like, they got weights outside. I said, shit, I'm good. Fuck what they're talking about. So I was chilling, but they took my phone, and then, like, they were supposed to give me ankle monitor and let me go. And now they're like, nah, we're not letting you go. Like, no ankle monitor.
Because you're a risk.
Because they already seen me leave, you know? So... But everybody's like, hey, they ain't ever follow nobody. Like, damn, like, what's up with you and shit? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. But I'm thinking, like, the first time I came...
It might be the Versace slippers that I came over here with.
No, but the first time I went to the motel. Like, I was chilling. And they didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But now I go and actually get my ID, like, doing right. And that's when they catch me and I'm in trouble. So I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. You know, fuck it. So they just made it to like where it was bad, but like at the end of the day, I'm still there, and like they're what they want you to do is be like, hey, fuck you guys, I'm leaving because now you're in trouble.
Okay,
you know, they want you to say, hey, I'm not gonna go outside and sweep no more. But I'm going outside and sweep, and all my homies are pulling up. So I'm like, shit, I'm good. Like, I go outside and sweep. What up?
Yeah.
You know, like, we were chilling. So it was still cool. It wasn't a big deal. So after the month, they gave me back my phone. And keep in mind, all during this time, every week, like, my family could bring me, like, packages, like...
Yeah, taking care of
whatever I want. So, like, I got Jordans already. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I'm free. And people they're like, some people only did like a year or two, so like they're like, fuck this shit, I'm leaving. Like for me, I did 16. Like this is way better.
Yeah.
Like I had to worry about riots and getting, into shit, and right here I'm chilling. Like we're good, Motherfuckers is kicking in the halfway house, drinking, smoking, doing whatever they do there, and it was lovely. So it's like, why am I gonna go back to jail?
Yeah, it's a whole different journey. Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck this shit. Like I'm chilling. Like I don't need none of that. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. I'm just chilling right here, minding my business. But
you made it out, brother. Look at you're free
That's what
now.
I'm saying.
And you say you do construction at night?
No, I do construction in the day.
Okay.
My hours are like from 6 to like 3,
Okay,
6 to
so
4.
like mid shift.
Yeah, mid shift, but morning shift,
Yeah.
But overall, like I got out. One of my homies hooked me up, got me in the union. So
That's
I'm in the
dog.
local 300.
That's what's up.
So labor's union, and right now we're like building on the 5 freeway. Like we're making the freeways bigger. So when
Gracias, dog. We need that shit.
it's a 5-year project, bro, and I've already been there over a year and a half.
That's good. Homie.
I've
So
been
you got jale.
Yeah, I've been out a little more than 2 right now. And for the last year and a half, I've been working on the labor's union, Yeah. So, and I make good money. I'm a journeyman 3. Like anybody that knows what's up with the pay wage.
Pay scale.
Yeah, they know what it is. Journeyman 3, they're making money, dog.
Tommy, what are you at? What are you at the stage?
Well,
right now?
we don't have any stages.
You're
I'm a stagehand.
See,
There's no union for you guys?
Yeah,
Are you
stagehand,
in it,
local
though?
33. Yeah, local 33
Okay, my
and
bad.
local 504 right
Oh,
here
you already
in Anaheim.
union?
Yeah.
Well, that's why your teeth look good, huh?
Yeah.
No, but they got good medical. The union got medical, right?
We do stage
His
hand.
teeth are so fucked up. He has to put more hours in it.
Yeah. The rigging and shit. All the lights. We set up, like, for the Golden Globes, all the lights that you see and
The stage.
and all the fucking walls and the curtains, everything.
Yeah, it's
we
good
do
shit.
all that shit.
Yeah, so for us, like, what we do is we build the freeways. So when I got out, one of my homies, like, for real in the beginning, one of my homies got at me when I first got out. He was like, hey, I could get you a job in the union and shit. Like, what's up? But you're going to have to bust ass. And I was like, shh. Nah, I'm good, fool. Like, fuck that. Like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, like, oh, I'll figure it out. And, like, but once I started looking around and, like, seeing what it is, I was like, nah. And then I used to go see my brother, and my brother was like, I ended up going and visiting him one day when his old boss called him and was like, hey, like, I could get you a job, like my brother, but my brother was already working. And he's like, I could get you a job back. And I told him, hey, well, tell your boss, like, what's up? Like, I'll go work, And before that, I never really worked. Like, I've always just been out there living off the land and shit, you know? So he was telling my brother, like, hey, I'll get you $20 an hour, And I was like, shit, fuck, I can do $20 an hour. Like, fuck yeah, So we called him and I went, and he's like, hell no. I said, I could get your brother $20 an hour. Like, you say you don't know this shit? Like, I'll give you 17. And I was like, damn. Like, fuck it. Like, I'll do it, But I was working for him for like 3 months. But I was fucking busting ass for them $17 an hour. And that shit was like barely paying my gas.
Yeah,
so
it's tough.
I went back and I told my homie, the one that with the laborers and shit, the union, I was like, hey, bro, like, I know you say you could get me in and it's going to be busting ass and shit. Like, I'm already busting ass. So, like, fuck it, get me in, Because I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe I can get, like, an easy job. You're
it's how we think we're
like,
criminals,
we're gonna figure something
like, easy, fucking, let's go.
I'm going to stay home all day with my feet up, and I'm going to make, like, $100 an hour or some shit. Fuck no. So, it didn't happen like that. But that's my mentality. Like, oh, I'll figure out some fucking way to make some big money. But I mean, the only way to make big money like that is illegal, dog, and that's going to take me back to jail, dog, and that ain't what I'm trying to do. So, like I'm saying, now I get up every fucking morning.
What time?
4:30, 5 in the morning,
Damn,
dog.
con lonche,
You know,
dog.
I'm looking at the time right now. I'm like, you motherfuckers got me, boy. For real. But like for real, I get up early, dog, and but I'm making good money now. You know, I got in the union, and like he started me off like top pay, dog. Like I
That's good.
didn't have to start off as an apprentice. I didn't have to start off none of that
journeyman.
shit. Start journeyman 3. It starts
Damn.
apprentice, journeyman 1, 2, and 3. 3 is like the highest you're gonna go, and I'm there.
That's what's up.
So
Congratulations,
I got
homie.
sponsored in, dog. So that just put it in. But now I need to pull the 2 years to be locked in on my shit. So far I got a year and a half. You know,
That's good. 6
So-
more months and you're locked, dog.
locked in at journeyman 3 wages. You know,
That's
no
what's
matter
up.
where I go. So
You know, you have a great journey, brother. You put the work in with all your life, then you get to a job because prison does teach responsibility.
Yeah,
it teaches
for sure.
discipline, teaches real and you're like, yo, I'm cool with this money.
yeah,
I'm cool with this.
I can do this.
Yeah, exactly.
but it's enough money to live on. Like honestly, like the money I make right now. Like I see like, you know, minimum wage. I see other people that been out here for a long time, dog, that don't even make what I make. So like honestly,
Straight
I'm
up.
grateful for that shit.
Yeah.
So that's why like sometimes it trips me out because people are like, oh, maybe this fool's fucking around still. Maybe he like, nah, fuck no. I gotta get up every day. Like
They
I haven't
think
called
it's
no
just how it
days
is.
off. Like I don't call no days
That's
off.
good.
Every time they ask me, hey, you want to stay overtime? Look, Saturdays I make time and a half. Sundays is double time.
Fuck.
You know, so like last week I worked time and a half. You know, and most of the time when we work time and a half, we'll work 12 hours. So I'm making for the first 8 hours time and a half, the last 4 double time. So that last 4 is like working a whole extra day right there free. So I mean, it's
It's
good,
good,
money.
man. It's
my
real
kids,
good.
my kids got insurance until they're 26. So like I really can't ask for more, man. Like
That's
I'm
good.
doing
Well,
good right now.
Congratulations, my boy. Well,
Yeah.
Hey, doggy dog.
Blessed.
I know we barely scratched the surface. And I'm so glad you came on. Is there anywhere my fans can follow your Instagram, like your hood stocks? What do you got coming up?
Well, I'm on the Hood Stocks. I'm on all the time at Hood Stocks. You know, you guys know that on YouTube. You know, Hood Stocks, and then my Instagram is Gastelum Richard. My name 88. You know, that's what it is. Gastelum Richard 88. That's my name, and
Follow
really-
the homie.
yeah, you know, shout out. You know, much respect.
Some of my fans can be like, I was busted with that.
For
fool,
real,
dog.
they're gonna see a lot of people like, well, I know that motherfucker.
I football my
You know?
tia.
But yeah, for real, like, you know, I'm just trying to get my life right, man. And,
You are, homie. You are, dog. You
stay
have a
on
good
track.
vibe to you, dog. Very
Yeah.
good vibe.
Yeah.
Very good vibe.
So that's what I'm on right now. You know, I'm just, you know, concentrating on fucking with Lucky on Hood Stocks.
That's dope.
Trying to build up the platform as much as we can, you know.
Yeah, you guys are doing good, man.
Yeah, that's what we're on right now.
That's
you
what's
know?
up.
Working, you know, concentrating on my kids and shit. Trying to stay out of jail, man.
That's-
Living
you're
living
going
right,
to.
you know?
Well, it's good, my boy. Gracias for
Gracias
coming,
a ti.
doggy dog.
You know,
Thank
appreciate you guys.
For sure.
Yeah, appreciate you, my
course,
boy.
my boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, doggy dog. Something I forgot to do is tell my tour dates, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Run them.
February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. If you got a Sancha or if you just want to treat your lady like a Sancha, look, if you want to go out on the 14th and wait in those long-ass lines and pay extra, wait. But if you want to go out on the 13th, our day,
Whoa.
on the 13th, take your lady out, no lines, go first like we always do.
Tommy's going to be singing oldies.
Tommy's going to be there singing oldies. Xavier's
Get 'em, boy, get 'em.
he's going to be there selling the letter that they wrote Chalino.
Ooh, you're going to want it. You're going to want it.
I'll be at the Stand Up Comedy Club in the city of Bellflower. It's almost VIP sold out. There's only general admission left. March 16th, I'll be in Bakersfield, 2 shows at the Well. March 22nd, I'll be at the Covina Laugh Factory, 2 shows, 7:30, 9:30. March 23rd, I'll be 2 shows, Covina Laugh Factory, 7:30, 9:30. April 20th, I'll be in San Antonio at the Upstage Comedy Club. We going?
We're going. We'll be
All
there.
right. X to the G.
Hit that like button, subscribe.
Oh, shit.
Get us to 20,000 subscribers and what?
Dude, we fucked up.
What?
This fool was so good, we forgot to promote the album.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's right behind you.
Yes, January. Hey, you were good. January 20th, Comedy Store in the daytime from 12 to 3 o'clock. George Perez Stories, or George Perez, my comedy vinyl album, This Cholo's Crazy. It's Cheech and Chong style. Don't worry, I'm going to shoot more commercials for it. This is George Perez Stories, X to the G. Promote. You're not doing nothing, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually going to be on the road this weekend in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Go get your tickets at samtripoli.com and head over there.
That's what's up. This is George Perez Stories, episode 343. Tommy, go ahead.
Check me out. Everything 3 Plates Tommy. Anywhere you want to look for me. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. 3 Plates Tommy. And for the tour,
gonna be in Bellflower?
I'll be February 13th. I'll be on Bellflower to stand up with George and X. And we'll
March
be in Bakersfield
16th.
March 16th.
At
We're
the
going to
Well?
be at the Well in Bakersfield.
If you do good, I'll bring you to
Oh,
Covina,
damn
dog.
it. We're bringing it.
Hey, do you do your tours on your podcast?
No.
Come
I know.
Come on,
I'm
dog.
going to fucking have to let people know what's
eight
up.
You gotta
The
represent.
tour dates.
Show love to yourself.
No, I know.
big
I'm going to
dog.
fucking start letting fools know what's up.
Well, look at his jacket. It's holding on to life.
No, fool, I only put the... Hey, we're right here. We're
Dog,
back.
that used to- hey, dog,
I only put the top
That used to be a Chihuahua. You stretched him out to a pit bull.
It's a fucking bulldog now. What was that, eh?
All right. Yo, this is George Perez Stories, episode 343. Big shout out to our guest Drewps in the building.
Oh, let's talk,
3
baby.
plates, X to the G. This is George Perez. With that being said, take a shower. Brown Power. Late.
What's up, my boy?
From that city with juice, ain't no pity or truces. When we dip in gun smoke's conclusive. Don't act clueless, hella foolish in the 90s. And GP shotgun when we ride. Solid on the yard, name hard on these streets. Did my crimes, gangster rhymes on dope beats. Still fuck laws, ain't no pause in our demeanor. Rest in peace, Muggsy and my road dog creeper. Ways to put it down, no fear of new cases. Years ago, though, it was guns and chases. 714 on my shoulders, kept it active. Roll like soldiers, G-code ain't passive. Still macking ratchet, still packed at the waist. Still stacking racks, still flash when they hate. Now it's podcasts and videos with pretty hoes. Me and George banging orange till the city's known, really though.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So they gon' know how we do it on these streets for sure. Streets for sure. We make that green, don't you know, loco? We making moves all day, all day, all day, all day.
Grew up in the streets of the LB. We don't love these hoes, what they tell me. Packed up and moved to the OC. Me and George ballin' like Shaq and Kobe. Fuck bitches, get money, living wealthy. Bad bitches screaming, let me get a selfie. Big stop, sheep, some real G's. Side dick is the general of an army. XG podcasting in the morning. Don't say F, here's your warning. That other bullshit be boring. With some goofy ass question that's corny. Tommy, let me finish my story. Shooting shots, game 6, rubber Ori. Smoking blunts in the bus while I'm touring. Now welcome to George Perez Stories.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So